Next, our final speaker, well, not final, but our third testimony is from Mr. Brian Phillips. Brian graduated from Timothy Christian School in 2003, and then from St. John's University from the Peter J. Tobin College of Business. Brian is the founding partner of Argosy Global Advisors. Having much success in the business world, we are blessed to have Brian using his gifts and talents to serve at Timothy. Currently, he serves on the TCS Board of Trustees, the STEM Scholars Committee, the Finance Committee, the Exploratory Exceptional Ed Committee, and the Development Committee. Recently, Brian attended a 3-day conference in Missouri with Dr. Smock and I to help create a donor development plan for Timothy's next 75 years. We are deeply grateful for Brian's commitment and dedication to Timothy Christian School and its future. Brian met Lori, his wife, who is also a TCS alum, in the 6th grade at Timothy Christian School. So if you have children in 6th grade, they may be meeting their future spouse right about now. Brian and Lori have a huge heart for Timothy, and especially for the faculty and staff. They do extra special things each year for our teachers and staff to bless us. Brian and Lori's children, Mikey in 2nd grade and Natalie in K4, are double legacy children, as they are now the 2nd generation in the Phillips and Appelian families to be attending TCS. We are so grateful for how Brian and Lori have continued to stand firm on the foundation they received at Timothy and all they do to support the ministry today. And now, Brian.
Thank you, Lisa, for reminding me it's been 20 years since I graduated. But it was just like yesterday. I remember the conversation that my parents had when they called me into their room and told me that I was changing schools, just like you had with your kids. I think I fit right in the middle when I tell you. So I grew up in Staten Island. I know there's a few of us out there. And so when my parents told me I was going to a Christian school in New Jersey, I was in 5th grade, so at that time, my only reference of New Jersey was bad pizza, and I was not that excited, to say the least. I fact-checked the story with my mom this week to make sure I remembered it correctly. She also said that I didn't want to wear a uniform. So between the uniform and the bad pizza, I was out. But thankfully, 11-year-olds don't get to make those decisions. And so I'm so grateful that my parents listened to God's prompting on their heart so many years ago. See, my parents were first-generation Christians. They had, my dad's side, alcoholics, broken family. My mom's side, broken family. They were trying to reverse that trend. They came to know Christ. They did everything they could in the home. They got us involved in a local church, Bible studies, small groups. They knew something was missing. They know that we needed God in the classroom. And so they sought out, and that's how I ended up at Timothy. Recently, I was with my mom, and we were listening to some Brooklyn Tabernacle music, and a classic came on, It Is Well With My Soul. And, fighting through the tears, she said to me, she's like, if I accomplish nothing else in this life, I can go be with Jesus knowing that my children know and love him. And that's why we're here today, because it's our prayer as parents that our children would know and love him. And it was just so yes, I graduated 6th grade to 12th grade, and I went off to St. John's. I started working at Wall Street, but my first job, I had a dinner with a colleague. We were at Blue Smoke in the city. We were having ribs, smoked sausage, macaroni and cheese. Very, very good. And I remember the conversation. Somehow God led it to evolution. And we were sitting there, and he looked me in the face, and he said, how do you not believe in evolution? And, I looked at him, and I said, I was able to explain to him, and in truth and in love, intelligent design and how our human bodies, nature, science, all pointed to a creator. I had a good conversation. But I was able to have that conversation with confidence because of my time at Timothy Christian School. Between Miss McKay's classes and our worldview classes, we got to study world religion, just like as John Barr was sharing. It's real. I was living proof of that. I got to experience, and I wasn't just getting brainwashed, right? It wasn't just the right answer on the test. I was able to defend my faith, but with love. And that's the Timothy difference. That's the TCS difference, right? That's why we're all here. Just the other day, I was driving to my son's baseball game, and I got a call from my 6th grade teacher. Many of you know him, Dale Simmons. And he called me to say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm praying for you. How's everything going? That's the TCS difference. And so there's one other thing I just wanted to stop and acknowledge tonight that's part of the TCS difference, and that's you, the parents. So all of you, just like my parents, have been obedient to God's prompting on your heart. And as we've talked about tonight, oftentimes we look at the world and we feel like our children are going to be part of this collateral damage of what's going on in the world. But tonight, in this room, because of the obedience of you as parents, your children will get to experience the collateral blessings of that decision, just like I did many years ago and still being blessed by my parents' decision almost 30 years ago. So as I've had a chance for many times to say thank you to my parents, and just this week to thank my mom again, led me to my lovely wife and my beautiful children, I just wanted to say on behalf of all of you with kindergarten students or 6th graders who fought you maybe just as hard as I fought my parents, or seniors who don't yet understand the magnitude of what you've done for them or what they're about to experience, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you. Because I know the blessings that they will experience because I experienced them, and I'm still experiencing them so many years later. So just thank you, and may God bless you and your family and TCS.